Hi, I'm Phil Constantine, Travels with Phil. I normally take you lots of places. Well, this is no different, but this time I'm also taking you back in time to about 1917, 1918, right around the World War I era. And this is when people were taking lots of pictures, but not just normal pictures, enormous pictures. This is the Statue of Liberty, has 18,000 military officers and men at Camp Dodge, Des Moines, Iowa. And this is just one of a series of photos that were mostly taken by a guy by the name of Arthur Mole. He made a business for himself going around the country to military bases. 1st Division. Our next picture up here is going to be from Germany, which was the 1st Field Artillery Brigade, also from the 1st Division. And what they would do is they just pose all of these things, get lots of people to stand up there, and then they would either get up in a balloon or an extremely large ladder. I don't think a ladder would do it. All right, this is the 27th Division, New York, 10,000 men here. Our next particular one, I really like this one. This is the 34th Division, Animated Crest, Camp Cody, New Mexico, the Sandstorm Division. And so they would go all over the country taking these pictures. Now, this one is the Corps of Engineers, the 209th Engineers, Camp Sheridan, Alabama, 1919. So literally, you could say, well, I was in that picture, or nowadays it'd be your great-great-grandfather. Now, these are the Blue Jackets. They form Allied flags at the U.S. Naval Training Station in Pelham Bay, New York. That one's from around 1918. This American Eagle has 12,500 officers, nurses, and men, one of the few occasions where there's women in the picture. Camp Gordon, Georgia. Major General George Cameron commanding, by the way. All right, this is the Hawaiian Division. Major General William Smith. This is from Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. The next one is a Japanese flag from the U.S. Naval Training Station in Illinois, 1917. They made a lot of different flags, so it wasn't just Japanese. The next particular picture, my dad served at this base, not during 1917, but this is the Lackland base in San Antonio, Texas. And there are about 20, our next one here is the Lafayette Division, the 11th Division, I should say. Let's get this accurate. And look at that, just zero in and you can see some of the faces down in there. As they got further away, they had to have more and more people to make it look perspective. This is 25,000 officers and men from Fort Dix, New Jersey in 1918. This eagle you see here is part of the machine gun insignia. 22,500 men and 600 machine guns at Camp Hancock, Georgia. Our next one comes from around 1919. 9,100 Marines at Parris Island, South Carolina. Obviously, the drill instructors there could order them to do anything they needed. Hey, this is from my hometown here in San Diego. Bureau of Navigation, Naval Training Station, 1916. Navy flag. Next one out here is the U.S. Naval Rifle Range from Camp Logan, Illinois. Continuing on, this is a signal flag from the 164th Depot Brigade, Camp Funston, Kansas. Now this one's cute. This is Woodrow Wilson, and it's actually a postcard saying, "Sincerely yours, Woodrow Wilson," except it took up 21,000 officers and men at Camp Sheridan, Chillicothe, Ohio. And this is actually a detail of his nose. Now, that's a big nose if you had to blow it. All right, I know, bad joke, but I had to say it. 1917, the Union Jack flag. Again, another one of those ones where those guys just like to make flags out there in their spare time. All right, another great American figure, Uncle Sam. 1918, Camp Lee, Virginia. Then our next one is one of the few that's non-military in there. This is from the University of Pittsburgh, and this is the Pitt Panther, 1920. Some of the students out there formed this one. They tried to get in on the act. All right, our next one, back to the Great Lakes Naval Training Station in Illinois. This is the U.S. flag. This is in 1970. Now, this has a very unique history because the next picture is the exact same pose, except it was much, much later, as you can tell by the style of the uniform of the personnel out there in the Navy that are making up this particular one. Our next one is a U.S. Shield. This is probably the biggest one out here. 30,000 people are in this. This is Camp Custer, Battle Creek, Michigan. Look at all those folks out there. Our next one, 1917, the YMCA. This was taken at Camp Wheeler in Georgia. Lieutenant General J.B. Moss in command. And our final one here is going to be a Zion statue. This is a private group out here that put this together. And just another amazing perspective, I should say. And this is the guy himself, Arthur Mole, the guy that took most of these photos out here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And please click over on the button over here, over on the right-hand side of the page, so you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.